I was talking about free speech, and this almost was in free speech, but I wanted it to be in the China conversation because of this story. China state TV station has been targeting British university campuses and offering students the chance to win thousands of pounds. It's pounds are the currency in the UK, by becoming pro-Beijing social media influencers, the Times has revealed. Like I said about the newsroom policies, like I said about gender theory and all of this other stuff, it's reasonable to extrapolate this strategy going to other Western places. If your buddy, who happens to be a Chinese exchange student, is getting money for posting pro-Beijing stuff, and you don't understand the global politics of the whole thing, you don't see a problem in making a couple extra $1,000 a month for being pro-Beijing, and you've got your Canadian avatar, and you're a student or whatever, and you're a real person. That's very valuable to the online army of bots, right? When you have a real person to point to, and so it's easy to recruit. It's easy to recruit college kids for that kind of stuff, right? And here is an example of the money that's made for this is the Israeli Defense Force. And I just thought that's incredible, right? The payouts are not bad. I mean, for a student, for a kid, for something you're going to probably do anyway. Somebody said, and I'm trolling for free like a sucker. Like, I was like, yeah, man, that's wild, right? So yeah, this is the Israeli. Sorry, I thought I had a further reference to it. I had a link to the full document, but I'll have to find that. But basically, daily, each contributor is entitled to the following daily compensation: Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, 15, 17, or 19. And if you're a coordinator, you get $25 per day. You get 27 cents for a new post, 11 cents for a post reply, and 6 cents for a secondary reply. So the higher up your reply sits, the more you get paid, right? If other people reply to you, they get paid, right? That's wild, isn't it? And I think I always suspected it. I never had like the sheet in my hand like this of how much the internet shells get paid. I wonder how much those bot armies cost. Like to buy, like how could you have a wall of 12 cell phones that had like macros? Like I have a Stream Deck, and I think it's really cool. But you can have pre-recorded text in there, and you can have nestled folders, and it's super handy for doing repetitive work like that. And I mean, like, how difficult would this army be to build? And then you could probably sell that. You could probably sell time on that. What do you want to promote, right? Like I've got 700 Twitter accounts right here, and I can I could run that. I don't think I could run 700, but I'm sure that I could figure out a way to do it. But these guys have done that. Like I'm just a dude in my garage, and I like building tech like this. I like connecting things like that. I think it's interesting. And like, how would you realistically make the idea in your head real? Like actually real? Like, how would you have 700 phones on a couple of boards that somebody could actually use, right? I would love to. I'm interested in stuff like that. I think that building stuff like that is interesting. That's what I use. Not that that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do for fun as a hobby until I started building online things, because I think that how they connect is similar and interesting. But these guys have hypothesized that problem and have solved that problem, and now they're recruiting for people to help them run their army, right? And they add legitimacy because they're real people. It's very, very insidious, and China is running a well-oiled, well-orchestrated plan. Conservative Tim Loughton. Donaldson. How did I get Donaldson out of that? Anyway, maybe the L and the O look like a D. No, that's a B. I don't know. I don't know where I got the D. Weird. Says, we need a full-scale audit of Chinese influence in the UK after China's state TV pays British university students to become pro-Beijing social media influencers. It stinks. It absolutely stinks. In Canada, anybody talking like that would be called racist and told to get off the air. We're not allowed to talk about that. How dare you? Just like the news report. I thought you knew better than that. How dare you bring that up on air? If you want to be fired, do that again. And then they go, right? Back off, right? Because you don't want to lose your job. So this is what's happening, right? Speech and geopolitics tightly intertwined. Governments of the world, Western governments of the world, are very interested in what can be said online, are very interested in being able to manage that, to make sure that their population is believing exactly what the government wants and nothing more. It's very interesting what's happening. And they want legitimacy. They want useful idiots. They want people to propagate their propaganda. They want people to not question it. They want to be able to legislate this stuff. They've already done it soft. They've already done it with an informal agreement. But what they want to do is make it so that another government comes in and that informal agreement just carries on, right? They were trying to get it in before the election, maybe, right? And the speaker put a monkey in their wrench, right? So like, not so good, but great for Canadians, not so good for the Liberals, and not so good for their limiting of the free speech. But I think that's the purpose of the C10, to not have to renegotiate the unofficial agreement every time. Like, this is kind of what the agreement is. No, the public can't see it because they'd never agree to it, but this is what the agreement is. Maybe this is the way to expose what that agreement is, because it's being dragged out of Twitter and the U.S. government through court documents from Dr. Shiva. Maybe this will help us see what's going on too, but who knows? Probably not. Probably not. They don't want to. They don't want to shut. Like, they don't want to tell us. They're not interested in it. If they can double and triple down on C10, they will. They'll do some procedure, something or other. And if there's a majority, if the Liberals come back with a majority, C10 will be the first thing they push. It'll be right through. That'll be that. Sorry about your luck. They'll silence everybody and push it through, and you won't have any recourse at all. You being, like, if you're an MP opposed to it or anything like that, it'll just be rammed right through. Why? Because of the Mulroney Agreement, right? So that's where we're at in Canadian politics.